nitty-gritty time. The conclusion of the FRC regular season is upon us. The rules are simple. You win, you in. And there are other ways to make it to Worlds, but I mean, that's just a monkey wrench. I realized I didn't make a bits video for week 5 because I got a little bit of burnout. Who knew that making 2 videos a week on hours turnaround for 6 weeks can get a little tiresome? So I'll make sure to give y'all my big 3 for week 5 after I talk about 22 events. In theory, there is still no match footage for these events, but still got plenty to talk about. And believe me, these events can just speak for themselves. It's week 6, people! Let's get into it. A classic 1/2 in Huntsville to start us going. Secret City Wildcats and Sono Robo got shots in auto for the early lead, but the 1 seed was not far behind. Rad Robotics got their Tallahassee Regional winning defense bot blocking all sorts of shots from these red bots, but Bot Busters and Roboteers still found their mark. Red put up relentless cycles, with Dragon Robotics playing box defense to slow the other side down. Still anyone's match in the final moments, with not a lot of climbs going, and Bot Busters sent 1 final shot off into the sunset. Speaker points made the difference in this one for the 14-point win. Looking at the Aerospace Valley Regional, with the 2 seed beating the 1 seed, you'll notice it says tiebreaker even though I didn't talk about match 2. That's because match 1 ended in a 104-104 tie, which somehow was not reflected in the scoring, and match 2 went the 1 seed's way. The Robo Warriors worked on assists as Beach City Robotics scored. The Holy Cows and Aztec held down scoring on Blue's end, but the 2 seed got a wee bit of separation. Blue got their bots parked, but Red got 2 up and a trap note, meaning we need a 4th match. It's okay. It's not like I needed an easy week or anything. The 2 seed got it going in auto, with the 1 seed's misses making things tough for them. The 2 seed was just the faster squad, even though they had a lot of shots miss their mark. The camera kept cutting around, so I couldn't give you an accurate count. Regardless, the shots that they made the difference. 294 stalled out, which could have spelled disaster, but the speaker shots let them eke it out in this one. The 1 seed defeated the 3 seed down by the bayou, with Lambot getting their first regional win at the 12th hour. Lambot was a finalist at the Monterey Regional in week 1 and the Hermosillo Regional in week 3. They took down the Tiger Bots, Denim Venom, who won Magnolia, and Siberius, who lost Hermosillo with Lambot. Lambot and Team Combustion were buckets, just absolute buckets. But the 3 seeds offense kept it close. Patribots sent an assist to their amp, which got stolen by Denim Venom for their amp. Siberius had connection troubles, which gave the 1 seed some wiggle room. Both sides got only 1 up, and Patribots hit the victory spins, I think, for the event high score and the regional win. We got the 3 seed over the 4 seed at the Greater Kansas City Regional. The Jesubots worked on assists while Team Scream Jr. worked on picking up what they were putting down. There were just so many hard hits in this one, with all these bots trying to go as fast as possible. Liberty Robotics had intake issues, so they switched to defense as their partners made it a close one. Team Eagle-Eyed stalled out following back-to-back hits with Jesubots and EMP. That left CTC Inspire as the lone scorer, which that's rough, man. That is a 1-on-3. Like, you can only do so much. You really can only do so much. Not the way they wanted the season to end, as the 3 seed just took care of business with that mismatch. On to the Ontario Provincial Championship. Now, Ontario runs 2 fields at the same time. Texas does it. New England also does it. 2 fields with the winners of both fields playing in a grand finals for the whole shebang-a-bang. The 2 seed of Makeshift Robotics, Waffles, and Subbot Sparkling H2O beat the 3 seed on the technology field to advance to the grand finals. OP and the 1 seed beat the Alpha Dogs and their 3 seed in the science field to advance. And Beat is putting it nicely. They almost won by 100 points. The Cyber Cavs got 3 auto shots, while OP got 5 to give them the lead. OP and Electrona sent over slap shots for their cycles, while Waffles switched between offense and defense. OP and the Cavs didn't mind the defense, as Makeshift handled the scoring for Blue. That is, until a hit with Electrona made their shooter go way haywire and lifted their bot off of the ground, making it impossible to drive, let alone shoot. With 1 entire minute left. Red kept scoring while Blue just couldn't. Waffles and Runnymede got the buddy climb, but that was a drop in the bucket toward the deficit, as the science field handled it easily. Undefeated alert! 2056 has completed all of their events with a grand total of 53 wins and 0 losses heading into Worlds. There has only been one other 53-0 team, and their season ended like this. Taking a look at the PNW District Championship, which is one that I was excited for, no bias whatsoever. It's been no understatement that Jack in the Bot and Bare Metal have been 2 teams on everyone's radar, not just in the PNW, but in the world. After their win together at the Bonnie Lake event, the district pretty much looked like it was gonna be a lock for them. Is this the right finals match footage? I don't see them on the field. They didn't make the finals. What? That's not the script I have. They got upset by the 8th seed after giving up 25 penalty points, then lost to the 2 seed after the top offense only went 9 of 15 at the speaker while the 2 seed went 17 of 17? Welcome to week 6. That gave us the 2 seed and a 6 seed, with the 6 seed winning the first finals match by way of endgame and a 7-point penalty. The 2 seed wanted to avoid the upset, and the Flaming Chickens knocking themselves out on the speaker gave them the opportunity. Saints Robotics played light defense as they helped Stormbots and Cert with cycles. Despite the mismatch, Aimbot and IRS maintained the lead. Stormbots got off the ground, and every single point counts to force a tiebreaker. The Chickens had no problems this time, as all bots focused on scoring. The 6 seed seemed to have it in the bag, but the 2 seed's amplifications closed the gap. Anyone's to take, as Blue got 2 up, and the last second trap, no. Just 7 points separating these alliances, but the 6 seed comes away with the upset. Leave it to the IRS to win in April. Taking a look at the Texas District Championship in pretty much a Worlds preview. The 1-seeded Mercury Alliance took down the 3-seeded Apollo Alliance. Everybody and they mamas out here with the zippiest of autos, with Mercury combining for 8 shots to take the lead. Kryptonite also took a hard hit from the Robochargers, which we haven't really been seeing hard hits in autonomous. The Robonauts got their swiveling as Robochargers sent assists and Energy Heroes played defense. Kryptonite played assist as Blackhawk Robotics and Alpha Robotics scored, but Mercury was just unstoppable, especially 118. They went 10 of 12 at the speaker and also dropped 8 notes in the amp as well. The Mercury Alliance got all 3 bots up off the ground with some harmony points as well in the high score for the event and the closeout. The 1 seed beat the 6 seed in the finals for the Chesapeake District. Lots of 6 seeds out here in week 6. Titan Robotics played defense as the Robo Bees and Fresta Valley scored. Orca had connection issues at the start of Teleop, letting the 1 seed cruise with the 3-on-2. It did not help at all that it happened right in front of the amp, so the Robohawks needed to take some time to push them out the way. The 1 seed was fast, going 13 of 14 at the speaker, while the defense held up the 6 seed to just 7 makes on 8 attempts. The 1 seed got 3 robots up, 2 trap notes, and a partridge, and a spotlight in the event high score and the lopsided win. We had the 5 seed looking to upset the 2 seed at the MidAtlantic District Championship, but Finals 2 was lopsided quickly as Petty Robotics and Camo Bots combined for 5 of 7 shots in auto, while Metal Moose and the Midnight Inventors combined for 0 of 2. Moose got assists going, and Sabotage did the same. Camo played box defense as the 2 seed kept up their lead, but the 5 seed looked to make a comeback. Moose got a note stuck in their intake, and that mismatch kept things Blue's way to force a tiebreaker. This time, the Metal Moose was able to drain their deep shots in auto to give their side the early lead. They sent assists over, with their first one bouncing off of the speaker and their second one sticking the landing. Camo Bots played mean defense as their partners scored, and this match was anyone's to take. The score went back and forth as Sabotage got the last second climb, and every single point counts. The referees talked and talked and talked, and the scores came in. A 4-point swing for the 2 seed as Petty Robotics gets the 3-peat for the district championship. Going down to the Miami Valley Regional, with the 2 seed taking down the 1 seed. Mars got 3 out of their 5 shots in auto, with a Beak Squad miss, disrupting their intake, and a collision with the stage making them send their last shot to Northern Kentucky. That is a Cincinnati reference. Mars sent assists to their side as the Digital Eagles and Ozone scored to try to keep up. Falco Tech played defense and kept taking hard hits in their attempt to slow Red down, but one hit proved to be one too many as they stalled out. The mismatch let Rust Belt Robotics lay some hits in as their partners continued the onslaught. Mars and Beak Squad got up and both got trap notes in for the huge victory. The 1 seed beat the 4 seed at the Lando Lakes Regional. Nordic Storm played wall defense as Inconceivable and Nightcrawler scored. The Emperors stalled out after a hit with Nightcrawler, which left the 4 seed without their captain. Falcon Robotics switched from defense to offense to make up for the mismatch, but it had gotten out of hand by that point. A tough break for the 4 seed, as the 1 seed didn't even break their stride. All 3 blue bots got off the ground in the 35-point win. The 3 seed got it done against the 2 seed at the OK Regional, with Team Taters once again showing it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The 1 seed went down in the first round, and the 2 and 3 seeds both needed to face the 8 seed to get here. Taters got assists going, but the Roboducks and Rally Robotics maintained their small lead. Or is it Rail Robotics? Midas's Mayhem missed a shot that would have come in handy, while Red got some last-second shots as well. All 3 blue bots got off the ground, while Taters dropped a trap note in a clean match, but we need a tiebreaker. The 2 seed once again got the lead out of auto, and both sides went shot for shot and amp for amp. The 3 seed got a few more clutch shots, and the 2 seed all of a sudden needed to play catch up. All 3 blue bots once again got off of the ground, and the Taters once again placed a trap note. Another clean match, just not as close as the 3 seed gets the 35-point win. The 1 seed beat the 2 seed in Honolulu with 359 sweeping their ticket. 4 regionals on the year, 4 dubs. They took down Blue Thunder, Team Waffles, and the Crusaders, who won Canadian Pacific with the Hawaiian Kids way back in week 1. Kikamana sent pieces Red's way, while Blue Thunder did the same for Blue. This one came down to cycle times, with Red being quicker on the draw for pieces. Both sides had a defender, but hard hits to Team Waffles caused their bumper to fall off, leading to an E-stop. With no defense, Kikamana and the Hawaiian Kids had no issues filling up the speaker. Kikamana couldn't get up, but the Hawaiian Kids could, plus the trap note for the huge win. The 1 seed beat the 5 seed, with North Gwinnett Robotics and Walton Robotics getting their second state titles in 3 years. They have been the best duo in Georgia for years now, and it shows. They were setting record high score after record high score, and we're talking world record high scores. They had the best autonomous as an alliance, and it worked to perfection in this one, with every single note on the field being drained. 11 for 11. 61 points in 15 seconds. Along with the highest scores of the season, Gwinnett sent some of the highest assists of the season, as Walton got pieces into the amp. Techno Titans played defense while Robots Garage and the Commodores scored, but they still had a lot of catching up to do. Robots Garage got... I'm sorry, I'm just distracted by the googly eyes in the back. So hypnotizing. Believe it or not, the 1 seed should have actually scored way more points in this one. The blue side went 6 of 7 at the amp, while red went 11 of 18. That is 35 points off of the board. The Techno Titans stalled out in endgame after a hit with North Gwinnett, but endgame would not have solved anything in this one, as the 1 seed got the 39-point steamroll. A controversial ending for the Granite City Regional. The 1 seed of Toolcats, Binary Battalion, and Saber Robotics beat the 4 seed of the Green Machine, Thunder Robotics, and Grand Force. Now, a 1 seed over a 4 seed isn't anything new, but it's how the second match ended that's the interesting part. Both sides sent high assist shots, with the Binary Battalion finding the crowd on one shot. Sabre Robotics stalled out after a hit with the Green Machine, and the 1 seed looked to force a tiebreaker with the mismatch. Then the Binary Battalion stalled out following a hit from Grand Force, leaving Red with a 1-on-3 with 40 ticks to go. Blue got 2 bots up, and the easy win on paper. However, the hit from Grand Force onto the Binary Battalion was ruled a violation of G418 for contact within a robot's perimeter that left their opponent unable to drive. Thus, the first regional in the city of St. Cloud ends on a red card. The 3 seed took down the 5 seed at the New York Regional, with the Robo Tigers securing their 3rd regional win on the season. Teleop started tied with the 3 seed missing some auto shots, but that just meant more for later. Robo Tigers sent assists over, with one of them blocking a shot attempt from High Voltage. Many points off of the board for each side, with Red going 12 of 16 and Blue going 7 of 12. Crucially though for Blue, a couple of those misses were on amped speakers. This one seemed to be a runaway, but Stypulse and the Regal Eagles got back into it headed to endgame. The Robo Tigers twirled around to lay a clutch hit on the Generals, and then spun back to cause a couple penalties for interference. Those penalties almost made the difference, but they got it by 5 points. Going down to the brand new East Bay Regional, with the boss music picking up right behind me. You want to know how confident I was in the Poof's success in this one? I started writing this segment February 16th. That being said, I did expect the Poofs and Citrus to go head to head like at Sacramento. There is no match footage of Finals 2, but I still need to talk about this because we're looking at an Einstein's preview here. This matchup, surprisingly, didn't crack the earth in two, mainly because Bread and the Blazing Bulldogs are also some pretty hyped machines in their own right. Titanium Robotics and Citrus Circuits sent assists to the Poofs as they went off on scoring. Bread and the Bulldogs worked on cycles, with Red Tie Robotics playing defense, which you just can't do. Lovingly, this is the Bay. Defense doesn't exist, especially when you're up against two of the fastest teams in the world. Despite the barrage from the Poofs, this one was refreshingly close. Both sides got two bots up, as well as a trap note, with Blue getting a spotlight, and if only, as the 1 seed got the narrow 2-point win. Finals 2 was not as close. That was the match that everyone was expecting. Also, shout out Team 1160 Titanium Robotics for their first regional win ever and their first trip to Worlds. Have fun in Houston. The 5 seed beat the 6 seed at the Indiana State Championship because numbers just do not mean anything. Super Duper missed 2 auto shots trying to hit him from the parking lot, but the one that did go in gave him the lead. Wolfpack sent over assists for Blue, while Super Duper and Harrison Boiler Robotics left notes for Team Thrust. They had troubles in the first match, but not in this one, as they cranked out cycles and broke 100 with 30 seconds left. Only one robot got up for Red, but all those notes helped force a third match. Same look in match 3, with the 5 seed being quicker on the draw, and Super Duper wanted to ensure that at least one team called Purdue won this weekend. Neck and neck in this one, until Super Duper shot 2 amp notes in as Harrison Boiler Robotics missed one, but got the rebound and made it to beat the countdown. This let them break 100 points with 50 seconds left, and they got all 3 bots up and a trap note as well. If a 19-3 endgame doesn't tilt the scales their way, 10 points of penalty definitely will. We're ending things off with the event so jam-packed with teams, they don't call it a district championship, they just call it states. We've seen some of these district championships run 2 fields with the grand finals for the winners. States has 4 fields. So after 4 fields and an additional playoff bracket, we have the 2 seed from the DTE Energy Foundation field against the 1 seed from the Hemlock Semiconductor field. Who names these? The Energy Alliance got 5 makes in auto, but the centerline misses got gobbled up by the Hemlock Alliance, who got 9 shots in. Rush and Digital Dislocators sent assists over for their squads as all these teams focused on scoring. Michigan is just built different. These are some of the fastest bots I've seen this season with some of the fastest shots I've seen robots make this season. Most events will have 1 or 2 robots cooking on the field, but never all 6. This one was just an event I wish both sides could win. Both sides got all bots up with harmony bonuses. The difference in this one was amplification. Energy amplified 3 times, while Hemlock got 5, which makes up for them shooting 12 of 14 at the speaker, while Energy went 17 of 17. All this to conclude the regular season with the high score for the event and the win. Thank you for watching. But before I tell you to like and subscribe, I have to give you my big 3 from week 5. Offensive bot of the week. No shock to anyone, it was OP Robotics. They were just unstoppable at their event. Defensive bot of the week. You don't have to look too far because they were the alliance partner with OP last week. 7509 Team Brainstorm. They held their opponents to 10 of 16 in the finals with some very disruptive defense as well. For my top moment of week 5, I'm gonna give it to the 1-point victory in the finals tiebreaker at Kentwood, because there are only so many heart palpitations a robotics event can give you, and that one gave me pretty much all of them. I will see you tomorrow for the bits, and I'll see you next week for a video on who I'm keeping my eye on for the World Championship. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. And hey, quick, you wanna look like me? Got a good shirt on? Okay, you can see it. You can see it. The Saurus Dinosaurus merch in the description. Looks nice. And as always, gracious in victory, professional in defeat. Amen.
Blue Alliance is saying if you're going to score that many points, you've got to get past us, both literally and figuratively. Red Alliance giving their speaker a hat as the Blue Alliance getting a couple amplified shots off.